Buy this here. Sign up for discounts. Did we mention discounts? Why aren't you signing up? See mistargeted ad here. Here's another one. Look over here, up here, now down here. This is not your optimal marketing strategy. But what if you had Salesforce? With Salesforce, you blaze trails with one platform for one connected customer experience, taking customers on the one-to-one journeys they choose. Your marketing team is smarter and more predictive about each customer with an intelligent platform integrating marketing, sales, service, and commerce. A collaborative CRM with the tools and data to make recommendations based on past purchases. Or help solve issues your customers may have had with certain products. Like shipping a new jacket quickly. You can drive engagement through custom communities and connect with your customers through any device, on any channel. From social media to your connected products. Gathering key insights to strengthen your relationship with each customer at every stage. Even the businesses you're marketing to. Easily adjusting campaigns to help drive leads and pipeline. All while you get a complete view of your customer data to optimize your marketing strategy right from your phone. Discover one platform for one connected customer experience with Salesforce.
All right, good afternoon, Toronto. You guys having a fantastic day? Awesome, awesome. Well, welcome to Salesforce for Marketing, the smartest CRM for one-to-one customer journeys. I'm Sherry Kahn, VP Product Marketing for the Marketing Cloud. And for the next 40 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about a few things. First, how the Marketing Cloud is more integrated than ever with the rest of the customer success platform. Second, we're going to talk about our latest acquisition, Crux, a leading data management platform, and how that's going to help marketers extend their reach. And most importantly, we have 3 amazing brands that we're going to talk about and how they're using Salesforce to connect with their customers in entirely new ways. But first, I need to remind you, please, thank you. Please do not make any investments other than, based on anything other than what is currently available. If you would like to read this fine print, you can find it on our website. So thank you. All right, how many marketers do we have in the room? Raise your hand, if you're a marketer. Awesome, almost everybody. Cool. Could we please go back? I don't think I hit that. Thank you. Okay, so all you marketers, again, most of you marketers in the room, you know that marketing continues to evolve, right? You no longer have to rely solely on broadcast marketing, sending the same message to everyone, to a huge audience, and having no idea who you're reaching. With the advent of digital marketing, whether you're a small company, an enterprise, B2B, B2C, you can send different messages to different groups of customers and be way more targeted in what you're doing. But now, in today's world, you can actually create one-to-one customer journeys, and journeys that transcend marketing, that go across the entire customer experience, from marketing, sales, service, in every digital and live touchpoint. So that's the nirvana, right? How do I create a great connected customer experience? You marketers all know now you're competing on customer experience. We had someone shaking their head yes. We had a customer this morning we were talking to, and she talked about how customer experience is her strategic imperative for her company. I'm getting a lot of nodding, right? But the challenge is, how do you actually go about doing that? So you marketers know you need to, but 77% of customers say they're not engaged with the companies they do business with. And when we talk to marketers about why that is, they say, I'm challenged because I've got data sitting in different systems that I'm not able to leverage. I've got different departments that are siloed. Marketing, sales, service are not working together. And even within marketing, I've got different channels doing different things, sending different messages to the same customer and confusing them. But we all know there's some great brands out there doing amazing things and delivering customer experience, which is why all of you as consumer, your expectations are for this great experience, right? Companies like Philips and Uber and Fitbit and Amazon. And these companies all have 2 big things in common. First, they're all putting the customer at the center of absolutely everything that they do. And second, they're all using the Salesforce Customer Success Platform wall-to-wall. So with the Intelligent Customer Success Platform, they're able to unify their business and unify those departments to deliver that one connected experience. They're able to leverage data sitting in different systems, all on the contact record, so that you can leverage all that data through machine learning and artificial intelligence, really drive personalized interactions. They're able to connect every channel and every device, all on the same platform, and helping marketers be more nimble and work more quickly to create this great experience. So now marketers, I mentioned the customer experience, it's not just marketing, it's really about every touch point. But you marketers in the room, you're playing a very special role here, right? You're the ones helping to drive customers through that entire customer lifecycle, from awareness and acquisition to onboarding and engagement and retention and advocacy. And so our platform, as I mentioned, is a tool through which you can help drive the customer through that lifecycle. So starting with our advertising studio, this is where you can take your known CRM data and do two things. One, target your customers or segments of your customers with specific offers and messaging. So again, no more broad-based messaging. I can target specific customers, specific groups with specific messaging. And I can leverage that CRM data to take my best customers and find lookalike audiences of prospects that look like my best customers, so I know they're likely to buy. So now I can be super targeted in how I spend my advertising dollars. For you B2B marketers in the room, Pardot, our B2B marketing automation solution, helps marketers build pipeline, generate leads, score leads, nurture prospects to drive really hot leads to the sales team. And for the B2C marketers in the room, if you've got commerce, Salesforce's biggest acquisition to date, Demandware, which we acquired last summer, is a leading commerce platform that enables marketers to manage in-store and online commerce. Okay, email mobile messaging. For those of you that have been customers of us for a while know that we are a leader in email and mobile messaging, allowing marketers to send transactional, triggered, promotional emails, SMS messages, push messages, group messages, again, all in a one-to-one personalized manner. Now, many of you probably have commissioned or sponsored a mobile app for your customers as well, but I also suspect not many of you have actually built it. Tends to be the marketers who are funding the mobile apps for the customers and the IT department or the agencies that are building it. So you may not be aware that Salesforce has a leading mobile app development platform in Heroku. And Heroku, again, connected to the customer success platform, you're able to tie in your mobile app with the rest of your customer journey. Same thing goes for IoT. So connecting across products, devices, apps, can do that through the platform as well. Okay, another important channel, social media. So with Social Studio, you can listen, engage, and publish relevant content to your customers across social media. And again, being part of the customer success platform, it's not only a leading technology to do social media marketing, it's connected with the rest of the experience. So you can tie in with Service Cloud and do social customer care. So respond to your customers, whether they're saying something positive or negative, in the channel through which that they're commenting. And we all know there's a lot of customers saying a lot on social media right now. You can tie in with Sales Cloud, identify leads through your social channels, send them directly to Pardot to be scored into the sales team to follow up with. And connected through Journey Builder, so you can use social again as a channel to orchestrate the journey, and connecting with customers on the channels through which they want to be talked to. Okay, how many people in here have a website? A company website? Come on, all your hands should be going up, right? Doesn't everybody have a website? And I ask you and challenge you, what are you doing with that website? Is it a one-way conversation or is it a two-way dialogue? Because with communities, you can turn your website into that, not only a two-way dialogue between you and your customer, but also allow your customers to engage with each other. And so not only can they get their questions answered by experts within your company, they can also talk to their peers, get their questions answered that way, get help. People want to turn to digital channels, and people know that. You probably all think about this yourself in your own life. Nobody wants to pick up the phone anymore to call the 800 center. So not only are customers happy when you have that channel available to them, but you can also deflect calls from the call center. Which brings me to last but not least, but customer service. Again, of course, such an important part of the customer experience. By being connected with the Marketing Cloud, you can do things like suppress marketing from customers who have an open service case. You can do service journey follow-up so that after a case is closed, you can actually reach out to that customer in an automated fashion and see how well did we do? And guess what? If they're not so happy, you'll know that and have an opportunity to have somebody follow up. So these are all the applications that marketers can use to connect that experience across marketing, sales, service, all of your different touch points. And they're all built on our platform that's got 3 key components that we're doing a lot of investment in. The first is journey management. With our Journey Builder product, allows marketers to orchestrate that journey. So based on customer behaviors and triggers, you can control what kinds of messages and what kinds of interactions you want to have. You can also orchestrate it so, again, you don't have different departments going after the same customer with millions of messages. Somebody this morning referred to it as the air traffic control, which I thought was a good analogy. You've got artificial intelligence. So if you're here this morning for Parker's keynote, you heard a lot about Einstein. Rob's going to show you that in a minute in our demo as well. But a key part of the platform to make sure that we're leveraging that data to make these communications and interactions personalized. And last but not least, data management. So I mentioned that we acquired a leading data management platform in a company called Crux. And Crux enables, or captures, I should say, the billions and trillions of events happening on the open web and across devices. So you can leverage all of that data and the artificial intelligence to find new audiences for you to go reach and do one-to-one ad targeting, both for known customers as well as unknown customers. So again, drastically expanding the reach that you have. So that's giving you a feel for the Salesforce for Marketing platform and all that you can do. I'd love to turn now to start talking about some of our amazing customers that are using our platform to connect with their customers in entirely new ways. So first, I would love to welcome Matt Latanzio, been practicing that, the Digital Marketing Manager for Weight Watchers. Now, I myself am a former Weight Watchers member. It's a fantastic company doing amazing things to change people's lives. And just to start, why don't you tell the audience here a little bit about Weight Watchers and your mission-driven company? So what makes you unique?
Hello? Yeah, there we go. So Weight Watchers is 50 years old. We're an old company, but we've helped millions of members really transform their lives for the better. It changes their relationship with food for good. I don't know if we have any members in the audience, but it really does work. It's kind of the one that works. It's not a diet. You can eat whatever you want. We have a smart point system that allows you to kind of just track your food throughout the day. If you want a 6-point breast of chicken, or if you want an 8-point chocolate bar, whatever you want, that's fine, right? Whatever kind of appeases you, or donut, which is, I think, next, right? So we're really focused on member engagement. One of the unique propositions with our company is that we really encourage the lifetime member achievement. So once you've reached your goal weight, it's free. You can go to meetings every week for free, use online tools for free. And what that does for us is build brand advocates that then are out there in the world really bringing their sisters and their mothers and their brothers into the program. And not just only that, it's a great member experience. They've been successful and they've kept the weight off. So that definitely makes us unique.
And so you've been a long-time Salesforce Marketing Cloud customer. So tell us a bit about the products you're using and how are you using them?
Sure. Yeah. So I've been a Salesforce customer in past roles as well, more of a retail environment. For us, we use the Marketing Cloud suite. So Email Studio, Mobile Studio, Journey Builder, Advertising Studio. We do the social Facebook export, like you mentioned earlier. So we're using for our mass communications, our general email as an ESP. We're definitely using the platform. But Journey Builder has changed the way we really look at our CRM systems. We noticed that personalized messages, huge engagement compared to our traditional promo emails. Anytime we get a little bit more personal and have more of a kind of a strategic approach of how we're contacting people, the engagement is through the roof in comparison. We also noticed that it helps to onboard. So onboarding is a great part for most subscription companies. If you're a retailer, it's a little bit different. But as a subscription model, we want people to be happy and want them to be happy during those first few weeks when it's they're ultra engaged and they're definitely the most motivated to kind of lose weight and kind of change their lives. So the onboarding program, using the Journey Builder tool has really been successful for us.
Yeah, such an important part of the stage of the life cycle. I know when I talk to customers, this is often when people say, where do you start with journeys? It's often with onboarding, because no matter what business you're in, somebody buys something with you for the first time or opens an account, or in your case, subscribes to your model. They're never as engaged as they are then, so it's an important time to capture them. So what kind of impact are you seeing?
So depending, every journey is different, and every company has different metrics. As I mentioned earlier, we compare all of our journey campaigns to our promo campaigns, and we've noticed up to a 5 times lift in overall engagement. That's open, click, and conversion rate. So that's fantastic results, obviously. So we're really thrilled with those. And it's just an example that being more personal works, and we're going to continue to launch more journeys in the future.
Excellent. You could tell us a little bit more about what the future holds for Weight Watchers.
As a company, we're really focused on member engagement. One of the things we found, we can bring in new recruits all the time, but if they don't stay and if they're not happy, it's not a sustainable model. So we've really strived to have more member engagement touch points, whether that's through great content, personalized content. So, if you're struggling with a certain challenge or a certain obstacle, identifying those obstacles, helping them overcome that, kind of stopping lack of engagement before it happens. So if anybody's tried a weight loss program, any weight loss program, even a diet or anything, you'll notice there is that tipping point, right, where you start to kind of shaky on the edge and you will fall off. Trying to identify those points before they cancel, and it's a win-win. We want the member to be retained and we want them to be successful. So identifying those points and acting on it is really important to us. So
that's awesome. Thank you, Matt. What a wonderful story. Thank you very much.
Very much.
Yeah, Weight Watchers is such an amazing brand. I really admire what they're doing. And so now we want to share two more examples with you and show you how these great brands are using Salesforce for marketing in action. And so with that, let's start with the film for Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts is for busy people who have busy lives. We're your launch pad in the morning.
Any walk of life in any part of this country can appreciate our beverages and our food. America really runs on Dunkin', and we fuel people's lives.
Dunkin's a company that's been built for 66 years on brick and mortar locations. And you come in, you're greeted with a smile, your order's prepared quickly and accurately, and you're off, and we have helped you start your day. But as the world is changing and evolving, how do we make the guest experience better? That's what Salesforce is helping us deliver. Expectations of our guests are greater than they've ever been. If we're not delivering on that, they're going to go somewhere else that will. We need to know what our consumers want before even they know that they want it. And technology is a huge part of our guest communication.
We want to make sure we communicate with our guests the way they want to be communicated with.
Speed is the essence of the Dunkin' brand. We allow consumers to order on their phone, pick it up in store, and avoid the line. But we have to build a very focused, personalized, one-to-one journey with our consumers, a way to reach them with the right offer at the right time, at the right place. Salesforce helps us deliver that. We've been doing personalization since the day we opened. We've taken that personalization that we've been doing for 66 years and now brought it into the digital guest experience.
It's a different level of service that they haven't experienced in the past.
One of the great benefits of Salesforce is the ability to run the business from your phone, to act and be quick to meet the needs of our guests. When we build technology and deploy it, it's at scale. Salesforce is a tool that allows us to develop working across the marketing, IT, and operations teams. We want to be a trailblazer as we think about what are new things we can do.
Salesforce continues to evolve with us and continues to anticipate needs.
New ways to engage our consumers, new ways to reach our guests. That's the type of partnership that we really need. We now have this platform that is the biggest transformation to our operations since we punched a hole in the wall and called it a drive-thru. Our brand appeals across multiple generations.
The fact that we're driven on speed and convenience allows people to get time back. And there's nothing at the end of the day that's more important than having time.
So you can get on and get back to the things that are really important to you.
Again, another amazing brand and a great story. And to tell you more about that, I'd like to welcome my colleague, Rob Begg, to the stage,
Sherry.
VP
Thank you,
Product
everyone.
Marketing.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Toronto. The irony is not lost on me that we are following Weight Watchers with Dunkin' Donuts. But we asked Matt that yesterday. He goes, you know what? You can have anything you want on Weight Watchers. It's just a matter of points. So we think it's a good mix, and I think it kind of all goes together. So I'm here to talk to you today. We're going to do a bit of demos. You guys like demos? We love demos at Salesforce. I've got our demo team at the back there. Wave to the guys in the DJ booth. Hey, everybody. And we're going to go through two demos, and we're going to start today by talking about Dunkin' Donuts. So I'm a Canadian, so I used to the ubiquity of Tim Hortons. If you've ever spent time in the eastern half of the US, you know how ubiquitous Dunkin' Donuts are. So if you go to Massachusetts, you go to Rhode Island, you go through upstate New York, Dunkin' Donuts is truly a brand that touches every American. And what's important to them, though, is making that connection across both that retail experience into the digital experience. And they do that using the Salesforce platform. They have a huge amount of volume. If you think of the scale of all those stores, hundreds of millions of unique emails, millions of customers on journeys, and over 16 million app downloads. When you think of those numbers, that's a lot of humans. And it's all people that they want to make a one-to-one connection with. We're going to run through the demo a bunch of products, but I want to talk to you about a couple that they're using at Salesforce. The first one is App Cloud. Sherry talked about this at the beginning when he was talking about the things that marketers use that sometimes you don't think of as marketing technology, right? Like as marketers, we think of things like social media management applications, email marketing applications as our core tool set. But if you think about the power of being able to create custom apps that are tied to the customer success platform, that's a lot of power for marketers. So brands like Dunkin' use the App Cloud to create mobile apps, to create other types of apps, to engage their customers. Maybe they're doing loyalty programs. Maybe they're doing other things around sort of helping them find the stores. And they tell us by using App Cloud, they're able to do it 5 times faster and with half the code than they would with other platforms. Another one we're going to talk to you today about and show you is Commerce Cloud. So I can't remember if Sherry mentioned it at the beginning, but another major acquisition for Salesforce last year was Demandware, which became Commerce Cloud. And Demandware and Commerce Cloud are the e-commerce engine that powers amazing brands like Dunkin'. So, and what's really cool about it, just like Dunkin's mission, it's tying the online experience with the offline experience. So those retail store employees are using the same platform and the same application that's happening on the web. And we think that's really powerful, and our customers are telling they're getting amazing growth rates from using it. So with that, we're gonna roll up our sleeves. You ready, guys? Do a bit of demos. Tim's sleeves are always rolled up, so we're ready to rock and roll. And we're gonna go in, and I'm gonna take the role of a Dunkin' Donuts marketing employee. So as a marketing employee at Dunkin' Donuts, I start my day in the Marketing Cloud. How many people have here seen the Marketing Cloud before? It's okay if you haven't. That's why we're all here. So this is the Marketing Cloud. I'm going to orientate you to it. This is the product that marketers use to manage all their digital marketing programs. It does things like manage email campaigns, manage journeys, content, mobile messaging. But today, as a marketer, we're going to get our start in social media marketing. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into Social Studio. Social Studio is part of the Marketing Cloud. This is the application at Salesforce that our customers use to manage their publishing on their social channels. They're managing their social listening so they can get brand insights about what's going on with their company and brand. And for companies like Dunkin', they're also using it as a way that they engage with their customers one-to-one. So what we're seeing here, just to orientate you on the screen, these are all the posts that are coming in. Some are about the brand, some are about campaigns, and some are a little different. So if you grab this one at the top here, our friend Ken Adams has moved to the Bay Area. If you move to the Bay Area, it's a little bit of a desert with Dunkin' Donuts out there if you're from the East Coast. And they're looking for some, he's saying, you know what, I missed this since I moved to the Bay Area, but you notice one thing about this post. In nowhere in this post does it mention Dunkin' Donuts. So this is where Einstein comes in. So Sherry talked about it. If you had a chance to see Parker speak this morning, he talked about it. This is Salesforce's Einstein image recognition. We launched this at Dreamforce last year, and it's looking at social posts and pulling back that logo and that image to display it. So Dunkin's one of those great brands that are super engaging, and they're gonna go ahead and respond to Ken. So they can do it right from Social Studio. They don't have to hand it off to another app, and they can respond back and say, hey, Ken, great news, we got a store in the Bay Area. Ken's probably pretty stoked about that. And they also suggest that he may want to download the mobile app, and that can keep him up to date with what's going on. So Ken, we're gonna go over and we're gonna see what Ken sees. So I'm back to Ken. I'm jonesing for that iced coffee, and I want to get at it. So Ken gets that reply. First of all, he's kind of surprised and delighted that that happened, because that sort of brand engagement is what really makes fans. So he goes ahead, he downloads that app, and when he gets the app downloaded onto his phone, he does the stuff that all of us do every day. Puts a little bit of information in, his first name, maybe he's going to tell them where he lives, maybe he's going to give his email address, his zip code or postal code, depending on where you're from, and he's going to get started with his Dunkin' Donuts app. So once he gets that all done, it launches the app for him, and it's a fully optimized mobile experience. So it brings all kinds of things together. So when Sherry talked about the app, about app development, these are the kind of things customers make. It attaches to things like loyalty. It attaches things to payment cards, but it also does really, really specific things, like helps them find a store and maybe give them some menu information. So now that Ken is part of that program, what does the marketer do next? So let's go back over and take a look at marketing at Dunkin' Donuts. So we're back over there. I'm sitting at my desk in Massachusetts. That's where headquarters is, Massachusetts for Dunkin', and they're looking at it. And this is Journey Builder. So you heard Sherry talk about this. And Journey Builder, I just want to get you a little sense of what's happening here at Journey Builder. This is the orchestration engine that customers like Dunkin' use to manage all those digital touch points with their customers. Think of it as, like the brains behind those digital campaigns. If I orientate you on the left-hand side there, you can see all the different actions you can do. There's the ones you expect, like send email. There's other ones like trigger ads. It can change the flow based on different characteristics of those customers and their behavior. But I think what's really cool is when you go down, you see things that aren't necessarily marketing, and it's attached to the rest of Salesforce. So you can do things like create a contact, create a lead, maybe you want to pause some advertising that's going on, and it's all connected together. So our customers think of journeys much more broadly than just marketing. So let's see what happens to Ken. Ken comes in. When he comes in through signing up for a mobile app, that's called an entry event. An entry event can be all kinds of different things. Maybe you do it through a Facebook ad. Maybe you do it through something else. In this case, it was he came in through a mobile app. As good marketers, what's the first thing we do? We send them a welcome email. How many of those do you get when you download an app? Hey, everybody, thanks for joining the app. But what's next? What do you do next? I was a digital marketer for a long time before I came to work at Salesforce. And back in the day, what we did is we either looked at stale data. So we looked at data on what happened in the last 6 months, year, 18 months, 24 months. We asked the boss, because maybe she knew better, or we guessed what the next best step was. And what we do now with Journey Builder and Salesforce is we let Einstein and we let the platform tell us what the next best step is. So let's take a look what that looks like. And this is called Smart Split. And you see the little cloud planetary atom system up there. I need a better name for the Einstein logo. Someone needs to help me with that. Tells you that Einstein's going to determine the best path for customers like Ken. So it's looking at his attributes, it's looking at what he's done on the app, it's looking at what information, and in this case, it's going to select a path for him. In the case of Ken, the path it's selected is to offer him a subscription offer. So we can go ahead and take a look at that. And in this case, we have it pre-built, because we don't want to keep you for the rest of the afternoon and build a campaign lovingly by hand, but we can take a look at it, and it's personalized. You can drag and drop, you can change it. You can take a preview and see what it looks like on mobile, and it looks really awesome. And it's going to go out to Ken and customers who look like Ken that fit into this journey. So we're going to go ahead and execute that, and that goes off. And meanwhile, Ken is going to get a message. So let's take a look at what Ken gets here. So Ken gets the message. It's in his inbox. Here it is from Dunkin'. Looks great. Fits the mobile device perfectly. And you know what? He loves the offer. He loves that original blend, and he wants to subscribe now. So he goes ahead and clicks that. Brings him to a mobile commerce experience powered by Commerce Cloud, all within the mobile device, hasn't had to change anything, all with the same experience he's had. He can go ahead and make that subscription order, all secure, and boom, he's off to the races. He's now subscribed to that product. So now what? Do we leave him hanging? Do we leave him waiting for that coffee, excitedly waiting on his front porch for it? In this case, he's going to get a notification when his orders arrive. This is push technology from the Salesforce Marketing Cloud. This is the control center from our iPhone back there. But he gets a push notification, tell him his coffee shipment's arrived. I don't know about you, I really like coffee, if you haven't been able to tell yet. And in this case, Ken rushes home to get that order. So he zooms in, rushes home to get that order, and he wants to give some feedback on that order. Part of the mobile app is connecting it to communities and Community Cloud, which is what Sherry talked about. Because you really want to get that 360-degree conversation happening with your customer. In this case, he can do a bunch of things in the community. He can maybe engage with other coffee lovers. He can share his experience. In this case, he wants to talk about his order and his subscription. And he's going to say he was kind of neither satisfied or dissatisfied. Of course, we're hoping he's going to share more reasons why. And he's going to go ahead and do that. And he's going to share a photo of what happened to his order. And we're taking a little bit of dramatic flair here, but as he pulled in the driveway, I don't know where you live, but sometimes the packages get lifted in weird places when I pull into my house, and he crushed his original coffee blend. So that's not a super awesome experience, and he's going to go ahead and share that with Dunkin'. Meanwhile, back at Dunkin', this is being handled by a team who handles customer service inquiries across the board with their customers in Service Cloud. So this is Service Cloud, if you've ever seen it. All the cases are coming in from different platforms. You can see email, social, telephone. Some people still use telephones. And you can see Ken at the very top. And Ken says, hey, you know what? I've got a problem here. It opens a case. The case is attached to his customer record. We see everything we know about him. We see some suggested articles that can help the agent make the right decisions. In this case, the agent knows what to do. And he's going to go ahead and tell Ken that, hey, we're super sorry. We're going to make sure we get you your coffee expedited so you can get it brewing. And we're going to throw in a $20 gift card to make it feel a better experience. That goes off to Ken. And Ken is so super excited about that he shares that on social media with his friends and creates advocates and word of mouth for Dunkin' Donuts. So with that, that's how Dunkin' uses Salesforce Marketing Cloud to create great customer experiences and customer advocacy. We're going to change gears a little and go over and talk about a different brand. Change gears a little. There we go. And the next company we're going to talk about is Pearson. And I'm not talking about the airport, but we're talking about Pearson. Who knows what Pearson is? Any hands? Oh, I see a few. Blake, it doesn't count because you've seen me do this demo before. Pearson is, even if you've never heard of Pearson, I can guarantee you've used their products. If you went to college, if you went to university, if your company has a corporate education department, you have used Pearson's products. So over 40,000 people at Pearson who create textbooks and education materials for other businesses. Sometimes those businesses are universities, sometimes they're school boards, sometimes they're governments, and they are a true B2B sales organization. So as marketers, what matters to them is creating that alignment between sales and marketing. And they use a few products to do that. One of the products they use is Sales Cloud, and I think pretty much all of us here have either used Sales Cloud or seen Sales Cloud at Salesforce. That's the market-leading CRM that helps you manage your business. But it also uses Pardot. And Pardot is the marketing automation platform for B2B marketers like Pearson. And this really helps them get better leads and sync sales and marketing. They're also using a new product that we announced at Dreamforce called Wave for B2B marketing. And that's the analytics platform that connects all the pieces of the Salesforce platform for B2B marketers to get true insight on their business. But rather than tell you about it, let's go take a look and show you how it works. So again, I'm having lots of jobs today. I'm going to go get my marketing job at Pearson. And I'm going to be a marketer at Pearson who starts her day or starts his day in Salesforce. This is Salesforce. This is the lightning UI of Salesforce. If you take a look through it, you can see these are all the things that are indicating on my business. I've got my events. I've got my top campaigns, just a dashboard and a drumbeat of my business. But Einstein's here again. Einstein's telling me not just what's happening, but where I need to put my attention. So as a marketer, I love arrows that go green and up to the right. We're all about that in marketing. We love the up and to the right arrows. We really don't like down and to the right red arrows. Those are not good arrows. So I want to understand what's happening with that, and Einstein's told me to go take a look into it. I grab it, I give it a click. It opens up B2B marketing for Wave for B2B marketers dashboard, and this is a real-time dynamic dashboard. Refreshes as the data refreshes, and in this case, it tells me all the campaigns that were impacting that decline in pipeline I'm seeing. And it tells me that one of the biggest contributors to my campaign was the e-learning software campaign last year, and it tells me the #1 lead source for that was Google AdWords. So if I want to turn that red into a green and turn it the other direction, I want to focus on that campaign, and I want to use Google AdWords to do it. So I could call a meeting and wait till next Tuesday. I could try to find people hanging around the water cooler, but in Salesforce and the platform, I want to action it directly from the spot. So I'm going to go ahead and mention my marketing team. I'm going to ask if they can ramp up the Google AdWords. I'm also going to mention to the content team that we'd love to have some fresh content on that, and we're going to go ahead and get that rolling. So that's happening. We're feeling good. We know the leads are coming in now because the Google AdWords are going and there's some fresh content, but I want to see what do I do with those leads when they come in. So let's take a hop back over and take a look at Pardot. This is Pardot. This is the engine that drives the marketing automation in Sales Cloud and in Salesforce, and it has entry events, has different activities you can do. And in this case, it's telling me, as people who are coming into this campaign, that there's a bunch of different paths this journey could take. But there's also a little indicator there telling me that Einstein has found something here too. It says that as people who are coming in this campaign, some of them are dropping off at this spot. It's not just telling me that they're dropping off at this spot, it's telling me what to do next. It's telling me that I need to run a content optimization test. So we're going to do that, and what a content optimization test does is it looks at all the different content that's going out in this campaign and tells us what the best path for these types of prospects. And these are B2B prospects, so these are really valuable, and we want to make sure the right content goes out. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to run that. And what we see there's actually some stale content there, and we went ahead and just updated that. So we're feeling pretty good about it. It's going. We've got things going. The leads are coming in. They're being optimized correctly. But what about the other half? Where's the sales in our sales and marketing story? So now we're going to hop over, and we're going to take the role of salesperson over at Pearson. So let's go take a look. I don't know how many of you are in sales. I think we're all in sales at some point or another, particularly if you're in marketing. But if you're in sales, you live on your mobile device. You're in and out of cabs, you're in and out of trains, you're in and out of cars, you're in and out of planes. And customers who use the Salesforce app are always mobile first for sales. In this case, you don't even have to go into the app. The app's going to go to you with things that you need to act on. And in this case, Pardot in the Sales Cloud has sent an engage alert to the customer or to the salesperson telling him that Brian Larson from Midvale Community College is somebody in this rep's territory that's really important to him, has been assigned to him. He's like, oh, awesome. I've been trying to get into Midvale for a while, and I'm going to go ahead and click that and take a look at it, and this opens the Salesforce One app. This is how we run our business at Salesforce. We all use the Salesforce One app. This is how people like Pearson do it as well, and it tells you things about Brian. We know who he is, who he works for. We know we do that because we do that in the notification, but Einstein's here as well. It has a score that's telling me he's an 83 out of 100, which in this business tells me it's a good lead, so that's great, but it also tells me what he's been doing. So Pardot has been tracking what activities he's been doing, what content he's downloaded, and it looks like he's been pretty active. He's been on that landing page that we just updated. He's got some white papers. I think he's a pretty hot lead. I want to give him a call. I'm going to spare you the call. We could role play on the call. I could call on one of you to come up and do it with me, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to do the call, and we're just going to tell you that after the call is done, it went pretty well, but not perfect. So while Brian is ready to go, Brian's boss says that she wants some more information. She wants to know more about e-learning. Before, Brian would have to maybe call marketing or maybe action it through somebody else, but he can do it directly through the Salesforce One app. He can go ahead and put them on a drip campaign. That's going to get the e-learning content out to Brian and his boss, and they will get it automatically. It's going to happen through the platform. So meanwhile, that's happening. The content's going out there. Everything's going good. About a week later, Brian gets some great news, the rep gets some great news, Brian's ready to do the deal, and he's able to close that deal directly from the Salesforce One app. So with that, that's how Pearson creates alignment between sales and marketing using the Salesforce platform. So with that, a couple things I want to end with. If you like stories like this, if you like reading about how other companies are using products and doing things, please text 56237. And the word guide to 56237, and you will get the Field Marketer's Guide for Salesforce. Some really cool stories in there and a lot of fun. If you want to meet experts who can show you how this works, if you want to get a personalized demo, please join us in the lodge just around the corner here with all the nice people who can take you through it. And you know what? There's still a couple of hours left in the day. There's a couple of theater sessions, including a couple from me at the end of the day. So if you haven't had enough me, there's a lot more of it to go. And also, we would love to have you join us at Dreamforce. So with that, thank you, Toronto. You've been awesome this week. See you next time. Thanks, everyone.